Guys, what the fuck happened to Ubisoft? Okay, they went from the penthouse suite to begging for change in a car park, alright? I've never witnessed a fall off that hard in my fucking life. Equally, I've never seen so many people scrounging to milk the same cow bone dry. So you know what, I'ma take that pancake and flip it on its head, okay? Today we're actually gonna be playing the games. I was so lucky to be there in their prime, their golden age, their fucking championship run. So I thought, why not? Why not go back? Why not play these games through? Why not see how it goes? And I won't lie, I was chasing nostalgia a little bit, but in doing so, I ran headfirst into problems. There was so much bullshit I had to push through just to play these shits. So today I'ma document my experience. What's on the agenda? Look at what the games do well, look at what they did bad, what I didn't like about them. List the bugs off, because there was so many fucking bugs. These shits were not stable. I don't know if it's the way I'm playing, but these shits were just a mess, an absolute mess. But through it all, what shone through? What beam of light hit me in the eyes? The soul, motherfucker. So you know what, I'm not gonna keep you waiting, we're gonna jump right in this bitch. Okay, starting off, we got Assassin's Creed 4, baby. This is my personal favorite Assassin's Creed game. Why? Cause they got boats, bitch. Name one other game from Assassin's Creed that got boat. Exactly, you can't name a single one. They ain't got boats like this. In fact, the boats were so good that they looked at the old games and said, oh, you wanna do parkour? You wanna go get the apple? Fuck you, pussy. We got boats. Play with our boats, and it's a strong ass start. Let me just tell you now. Anyway, after the little boat shenanigans, we get introduced to Edward Kenway, whose one main goal is to make fat stacks, baby. And that's what made him so unique at the time. He wasn't fighting for a noble cause, but for something far simpler. A chance at a better life.
I want food that don't make me sick. I want walls that hold back the wind. I want a decent life.
How long would you be gone with these privateers?
A year, I reckon.
His ambition was grounded in pure desperation, and he talks about how 1 year of piracy could earn him enough gold to live a life of comfort. And that's all I needed to know, okay? My man just wants to get his money up, live with his wifey, and that's all it is. He's relatable, he's free. But anyways, now we on the island, and I got a little distracted. I wanted to see what was over here. What the fuck? But it's alright, we move. It was just a slight oversight by the developers. That doesn't matter, it's not a game breaking bug. We can still play this shit. So we get to going, we get to leaping, we get to the parkour, the free running. And man, did this shit take me back. Oh my god, it felt good. 10 years later, it still held up. I never really understood why parkour was one of the main things they put on the backseat when making the newer games. I mean, it was the main thing that made these shit stick out. The fluid nature of getting from point A to B, surveying buildings and getting up them. It just felt like second nature, and it wasn't just in the game where this shit affected me too. I want to take you all back to the fucking Assassin's Creed IRL videos. Holy fuck, these shits were the shit back in the day, boys. Oh. I'm not afraid to say I binged the fuck out of these, cause they led me down another rabbit hole of parkour YouTube, people such as Stora, etc. It was great, and it inspired me to interact with the world in real life, you know what I mean? I got into that genuinely as a child. I used to climb buildings, stairs and shit, and jump off them like they did in the games. Do that cool ass fucking roll. I remember that there were those Smosh videos, not the songs. They were fucking hard as shit, don't get me wrong. How many fools can I kill today? Too many to count, don't get in my way. Shoot a mofo in the throat in my bow. I'm a hard top in my death blow. Hell yeah, this shit's hard. Holy fuck, Anthony Padilla, you need to make more Assassin's Creed songs, please. But not the songs. I'm talking about the one where they went through the course and they jumped off that high point. That shit is cemented in my mind. But yeah, I was a big fucking fan of this shit back in the day, man. It's been so sad to watch them lose what made these games so great. Even though the parkour in this game wasn't as good as like in Brotherhood and Assassin's Creed 2, it was still great. It was still there, at least, you know? My apologies, I went a bit off topic there. Let's get back to the game. We finally caught up to this motherfucker. We've been chasing him. I was trying to make friends, okay? I went up to him and he shot me. And you know my boy Edward ain't gonna let that shit slide, so we chase his ass down. When we catch up to him, you already know we gotta spin that bitch around, mink, mink, and he's dead. Yeah, that's what you get, motherfucker. But yeah, after killing him, we're a pirate, so of course we're running his fucking pockets. We find whatever the fuck this bullshit is, and then a note. And what does the note say? The note says,
Senor Duncan Walpole, I accept your most generous offer and await your arrival with eagerness. If you truly possess the information we desire, we have the means to reward you handsomely.
you hear that? He said we get rewarded handsomely. That means money. Money. Oh, hell yeah. So, of course, Edward is all in on this. So he takes my man's clothes. We get the hardest fucking suit up ever. This guy is swanked to the max, okay? There is no assassin guy who's drippier than Edward. Holy fuck, he's such a goat. But fast forward, we're in Havana now. And yes, I am skipping the Abstergo shit. That fucking, nobody liked that shit. That shit was ass. I never paid attention to it. Fuck that guy, fuck her. We're in Havana now, baby. This is where the game hooked me again. It got me hook, line, and sinker. I was addicted. I was running through Havana. I was having so much fun doing the main quest.
You them pirates down in Nassau.
Shut your fucking gob, I'll fill it with shots, you hear me?
Edward, is it?
Collecting all the chests and shit. Getting all the synchronization points. You'll know how Assassin's Creed work, but then the cracks started showing. Now, I for one can forgive a game if there's occasional bug here and again, okay? As long as I can play through the game and I can get to the end and the bugs are at least a little bit funny, then it's alright. But when the game entirely corrupts not only itself, but my functions of my computer were took by this game. I couldn't use my mouse. I couldn't find my mouse. I tried alt tabbing out. I tried opening task manager. I couldn't. I even hit Windows and tab. You know shit's getting bad when you hit Windows and tab and you gotta open up a whole new desktop. And even then, I still couldn't get my mouse back, so I had to reset my whole computer. And when I reopened it after this, the game wouldn't even launch. It's like it corrupted itself from the inside out. I spent 33 fucking pounds for a functioning game. Why are you selling me a game, Ubisoft, if the game don't even work, okay? It edged me. It got me right to the point of climax and then it just switched off. I was having so much fucking fun. All my memories from my childhood were coming back and then it just didn't work. Oh my god, I was gonna cry. I was pissed. Matter of fact, I'm still pissed and it's like a week after I played through that shit. Fuck me. And I was trying shit. I even scanned my fucking computer for malware. Maybe all those hentai games I've been downloading got malware on it, no? I've tried reinstalling it. I tried everything, but it didn't work. So, unfortunately, I had to refund it. And thankfully, Steam gave me my money back. But Jesus fucking Christ, Ubisoft, if you're gonna sell an old game, from which I'd also like to point out, you can't even buy the standard version of the game. They force you to get all the DLC, but make sure it works. Make sure it's not in a unstable state. But I have to admit, everything was still there. If this game had worked, I would 100% recommend you play through this shit in the year 2024. But as of right now, it is but a carcass of the mythological beast it once was. Alright, next on my little list right here, let me check what we got. Oh, we got Far Cry 4! I don't know what the fuck the devs were on when they made this shit, but holy fuck the amount of stuff that just happens. There is bullshittery. What the fuck? Bullfuckery. Bull, that's not a bull. Anyway, the start of this game's iconic, alright? We got the monkey beside us, we got the monkey in front of us. Yeah. But I'm Indian, okay? It's a joke. It's a joke. I'm Indian. You want proof? Maybe we'll get proof. Maybe if you hit the like and subscribe, you'll get proof. But I'm an Indian man. Anyway, my man with the fucked up beard hands us the passport. He gives us like 20 quid, maybe to buy some ice cream or some shit. I fuck with him. I like him. I hope nothing happened to that guy. Oh no. Oh, I liked him. Yeah, but to sum it up, our mom wants her ashes to be placed next to Lakshmana. What is Lakshmana? Where is Lakshmana? That's what we're here to figure out. So, Bruce gets shot up, Pagan Min whacks my man, and obviously, we don't wanna touch that guy with a 6-foot pole, okay? There's something wrong with him.
Go on. Cry for help. Cry for help?
Help!
Oh, pathetic. No, cry for help.
Help!
You mean it, boy. Help! From your diaphragm! Help! Shh, 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 shh. Now we listen. Nothing. I'm afraid they're not coming for you, buddy.
Nah. Did you clock that? That disrespect. He said, like you mean it, boy. That's insane. So the first opportunity we get, we escape. We're out. We run past the motherfucking guns, and we're scared, okay? We've never took a man's life before, and alright, it's fine. So yeah, we join alongside the rebels in a mission to free our country from the oppressive pagan men. We learn that our father was the leader of the Golden Path, and remember that, because it's gonna become important in a bit, alright? But yeah, quick flash forward, now we're in the game itself. We've got full reign to go wherever the fuck we want. And I'd just like to take a moment to appreciate the scenery and culture. Ubisoft did a great job at making Kyrat this sort of amalgamation of India, Nepal, and like the Himalayas. As I've previously stated, I'm Indian myself, so walking through this shit felt familiar in a way I can't describe. And the thing that stood out the most at me was these two fuckers. They really capture the essence of culture, the new and the old, and I just want to talk about them a bit. Amita is a progressivist. She wants to move Kyrat forward and ditch the old culture. One of the points she makes is that she herself was almost married at 6, which, ew, you know what I mean, ew. And another point she makes is that she's the first woman figurehead, and you really get a good sense of her, where she comes from, you know, almost being a victim of forced marriage, which is a very real thing in India, or sort of that area of culture. She comes from oppression, misogyny, and has a very real take on the world. She doesn't like to jump around and prance on fairy tales. She wants to make a change. And there's the other side of the coin, Sabal. He, on the other hand, is a traditionalist. He wants to keep Kyrat the way it is. He doesn't want anything to change. He wants to keep the culture. He believes that it makes the people powerful. And this really shows in the way he treats Bardra and RJ. For whatever reason, this delusional fucker believes that this 9-year-old is like the second coming of Jesus or some shit, man. I don't know what the fuck he's been smoking. Maybe he's been with Yogi and Reggie, but he is not mentally there fully, alright? And he also treats RJ this exact same way. Remember what I was talking about with Mohan Gale earlier? Well, it makes complete sense for this motherfucker to think the same way about RJ. He's already shown to view people as gods, as he was a fan of Mohan. So in his point of view, it's kind of your destiny to take in his lead and follow his path. And this stems from the very real family expectations in Asian countries. Your family name means a lot. In the culture, you know, it's kind of your duty to live up to your family name, to not bring shame to it, to respect your elders, and they really dangle that over you. Specifically when you're the man of the family, because they essentially believe like you're the next heir, kinda, that type of shit. And boom, there you go. There's the other side of the scale, perfectly weighted down. Oh my god, I want a round of applause for these motherfuckers, because Jesus Christ, did they capture the two fucking sides of the culture wars in India well. Personally, I'm on the fuck both of these fuckers side of the argument. I think they're both manipulative, they're both selfish, they both only act in their own wants and needs, and it kind of reflects through the game. A lot of the choices feel empty to the player, which is where I think it kind of fell off a bit. None of your choices have any weight to them, it's just a mission change. The golden path doesn't change, they don't treat you they kind of treat you differently, like their cronies will refer to you as like son of Mohan. But besides that, the only repercussion the player gets is one of the people being angry at ya, and the other person being happy. So yeah, kinda lame. But that's enough of them two. Let's get back to the game. First, I'm gonna go over the plot a little bit, and then we're gonna talk about the gameplay, and trust me, you do not want to miss out, because that shit is fun. Through the midst of our liberation of Kira, we find ourselves at our father's old house, and we're greeted by Lemon Haze. Yo, I can't lie gang, that shit's made, you can keep that. These two goofballs are Yogi and Reggie. Personally, I found them pretty funny, but I could understand if you didn't. They are a bit corny, a little bit corny, but you know what? I like them a lot. Oh, come on. So after being drugged by them two, we wake up in an arena, naked and afraid. This section of the game is great. It sets up the next chapter beautifully. So many questions fly through your head as you fight your way through survival. Who is this chick? Why is she helping me? Why did those two fuckers stab me? I said I liked them. But as soon as those questions arrive, they're answered. This chick is Nor. We learn that she does not want any part of this, she wants out. And that Paul has her family. We also learn that she was the one that put them two up to stabbing us, so that makes sense. Anyway, with her we come to a deal. She gets us close to Paul, we get her family. Now boom, we're in his compound, and I am like a shinobi, okay? I'm the top rank ultra master ninja. Just watch how I perfectly manipulate them into moving exactly where I want them. Fuck. And a ninja never misses his mark. He's a professional. Fuck. Oh, you're kidding me. And after flawlessly making our way through the compound, we get to Paul. Paul, holy fuck, Paul is like, I fucking hate Paul, but I love him, man. He's a psychopath living a double life. The scene where he's on the phone to his daughter talking about some, did you brush your teeth for at least 10 seconds, sweet pea? As he's literally picking the valuables off a corpse of a soldier he's tortured. Oh my god, it's great. But yeah, long story short, Paul don't got her family.
Oh man, we killed them years ago. Oh Lord, all those dear mommy letters. I've been writing them myself. Well, with Ashley, my daughter's help.
She gets very sad by this, but you know, I'm sure she'll be able to work this through and... Oh, okay, alright, well... the gameplay! Yeah, let's talk about the gameplay. The game is fun. This game is fun. The outposts, which we've become all too familiar with by now, but the outposts in this game are the standout. Most of my memories came from capturing the outposts in the most fucked up ways possible, okay? I captured a solid like 5 or 6 of them motherfuckers just by flying over that shit and carpet bombing the fuck out of it. But the flip side is still fun. The stealth. Slowly picking enemies off one by one, distracting them with rocks, or maybe setting a bomb down to detonate later and throw them off your position. It was fun, but not as fun as just throwing all that out the window and just trailblazing that bitch.
Keep down on your position.
And this game, surprisingly, was the most stable out of the 3 I picked for today. There were a few moments where something happened where it wasn't supposed to happen. Like I ran through a couple of walls. I've only got one on clip, but I assure you there was like 5 or 6 times I can think of where I ended up out the map. I seem to have found myself in a predicament. The wingsuit was kind of busted. I'd just die out of nowhere sometimes. I think I was hitting a tree, but I wasn't hitting a tree, okay? Listen to me, I was not hitting no goddamn tree. And his fucking helicopter, man, I don't know what type of spaghetti code they put in this motherfucker, but someone explained to me why this bitch just kept running away from me no matter where I landed it. Where the fuck he going, Chris? Oh, okay. Alright. Great, fuck me. Alright, you know what? No fucking way it survived that whole... Hang on a minute. So in conclusion, I recommend this game in the year 2024. It's fully 100% playable from start to finish. You might run into some bullshit here and there, but besides that, fun, fully completable, which as you'll see in a minute is not the case for all of these games. But yeah, 100% recommend. Watchdogs. See, a lot of people get confused about this game. They see all the trailers, they see the gameplay, they think this is a hacking game. And granted, they are close to the answer, but in truth, this is a John Wick simulator mixed with an underground detective thriller. This game unironically has one of the hardest fucking stories ever. This is Aiden Pierce, the Vigilante or the Fox. This motherfucker has a lot of names, okay? He's a notorious man. You do not want to mess with him. And don't play with that boy Swank either. God damn, he got that shit on. And thankfully, he's the one we're playing as. We're set in the middle of one of his jobs, hacking into the Malot Bank, getting hella racks from the rich people. Some would call it a victimless crime. However, something goes very wrong. In the midst of making bread, someone intrudes on them and basically forces them to get the fuck out of there. This mystery man then hires a hit on my man and they make one very big mistake. What was meant to be a warning shot ends up killing his nephew, and Aiden ain't gonna let that slide, baby. So there we go, we're a disheveled man willing to do anything to find out who killed his niece. And it's get back season, baby. Aiden's already halfway through interrogation by the time we catch up with him.
What do you think, Maurice? Did you scare me? It was a job, man. I didn't know.
Who was on the other end of the call? Give me a name.
They never gave me a name.
Yeah, I'll tell you a name. Lena Pierce.
Man, I am not kidding when I say I have seen Batman. Yes, that Batman. Go easier on people than Aiden Pierce, alright? But yeah, this guy's pretty much a loose lead. He ain't got the answers. So we split, we get out of there, and we're back to our hideout. And god damn, bitch, you live like this? But there you go. We're jumping headfirst into a rabbit hole of underground crime. Collecting leads, putting pins on a board and tying ropes around it. I absolutely adore the premise of this shit. It feels exactly what it would be like if a modern day detective had to exist in the technological era. Although one very valid criticism of this game is how little the hacking comes to play within the actual game. Granted, there's the puzzles that they're fun. They boil down into two types of missions. There's follow the line and explore and interact with the environment. Use the stuff that you can hack to get to this spot, and there you go, that's the puzzle. And then there's this line one, which at first is easy, but they do kind of spice it up towards the end of the game a bit. I did find myself a little bit confused, and that's what a puzzle's meant to do, so I can't really criticize that. But besides that, there's nothing, absolutely nothing. You can explode shit, but you're not gonna be exploding shit if you have a fucking grenade in your hand. You know what I mean? They really dropped the bag with their implementation of it, because the gunplay itself is actually really solid. This is where the John Wick half of my statement before comes in. The gameplay you're seeing on screen right now is 100% not mine. It is from this guy called Visceral Carnage. He's a guy who kind of popularized this form of gameplay, and he makes use of a mechanic called focus, which basically just lets you slow shit down, and it is so fun. Shooting a grenade out of midair is fucking bad boy. And that's all it needs to be. It just needs to be cool. The focus, it single-handedly carries this game through till the end, it makes you feel like such a fucking badass. It turns the game from like a peekaboo cover style fucking system to a exciting experience. But do I think they meant for this to happen? Not at all. Not a fucking chance, mate. Looking past this unique way of playing the game, there was no depth at all. Every encounter felt really linear. The few cool things that did happen were on purpose. They were really manufactured. There was no real way of approaching a mission in your own way and using the hacking as a tool to experiment and do shit new. No, this guy is next to explodey thing. So what? I wonder what the game wants me to do. I wonder what Ubisoft were, what their master plan, what's the puzzle to crack here, huh? And that's the best way I can put this game. There is absolutely no execution with any of these premises. CTOS, a central operating system in which everything in the city is connected to. Everyone is being watched. They know everything about you.
Personal data collection is the key commodity. You are no longer an individual. You are a data cluster bound to a vast global network.
And you're a hacker with access to this system. Anything that it knows, you know as well. Anything that it controls, you control as well. So tell me, why is the most I can do is flip up a protector, huh? And they don't use this in the story whatsoever. The story isn't focused on CTOS, it's focused on Aiden Pierce and his story with his niece. As much as I will sit here and defend Aiden's story with all my heart, I love it to death. I think it's a great story. A lot of people don't like the story. I say they don't understand it. I say they're fucking idiots that have no media literacy, because this game's story is great. This guy has a good video on Aiden Pierce himself. I recommend it, go watch it. But I think it was very disingenuous for Ubisoft to have this premise and not use it whatsoever besides for marketing purposes, you know? Did I have fun? Did I enjoy myself? Yes, I 100% had fun and enjoyed myself, but there was so much more they could have done, and I could not stop thinking of what this game could have been. And the fun I was having was completely overshadowed by the amount of bugs that existed in this game. Every time I opened it, the settings for the graphics, for the controls, everything would reset on me. It would start in 4K mode, I'd have to redo everything, I'd have to turn my controller sensitivity up, which was a problem in itself. I couldn't play this game on keyboard and mouse because it wouldn't let me put in my own bindings. I'm a bit autistic, I play TFGH on my keyboard. I can go into it, I won't, just know that's how I play. And every time I tried to convert my keybinds, it'd say that one was missing, but there was clearly none missing, so I don't know what the fuck was happening here. Another really annoying bug was in this mission with Bedbug. The irony, am I right? But yeah, in this mission you're trailing this guy, you're supposed to hack into his home security, and just watch. What? Excuse me. Yeah, that's right, a complete softlock that would fully prevent you from completing the game. Thankfully, I figured out that it was something wrong with his NPC, and if I shot it, it would trigger his NPC to like move a bit, and then I could hack it. But come on, this can't fly. As you can't be selling a game and have a mission in there that is completely soft-locked, you know? Do I recommend this game? I wouldn't say it's a must play, but I would say it's a should play. Like, it's definitely one of those games where if you don't got nothing else, stick this on and you'll have more than a fun time. So, what conclusion did I draw from playing all these games? What was my ultimate final revelation? Well, I could sit here and make the point that the new Ubisoft isn't as good as the old Ubisoft, or their talent left, etc. I told you, I'm flipping the fucking pancake, alright? there is a serious case here for game preservation. These games are pushing 10 years old, so I don't expect them to have the polish that the games that nowadays have. As I've expressed before, sometimes the jank actually improves the experience. But what I do expect is for them to be playable and completable for the foreseeable future. The bugs that I experienced weren't isolated incidents. Assassin's Creed 4 is known to crash and just completely corrupt itself. The Watchdogs mission is known to not work properly. So at the end of the day, if these games are still going to be sold and accessed by new people, I think they should be able to be played, you know? I don't think that's a big ask. I don't think that's a big thing for these multi-million-dollar companies to do. Because at the end of the day, it's their history as much as it is mine. It's super frustrating because the teams that made these games, it's also their work that's not being properly attended to. It's sad. These projects that I can tell they poured a lot of effort into are just kind of being spat on. And that's the video, ladies and gentlemen. If you enjoyed it, leave a like, subscribe. It helps channels like mine out a lot. I'm small as fuck right now, and you might be wondering, why is Bayonetta playing well? I just kind of want to take a little moment to talk about where I'm at with this channel. This video took a long time to come out because I was just kind of lost with what I wanted to do with the content I'm producing. I'm really enjoying this as a form of personal expression for myself. I think it's healthy. I think it's healthy to be able to talk and just express my feelings and emotion. But I want these videos to kind of have a more personal feeling to them. I want to kind of include more jokes and shit. Before, I think I was being a bit too analytical. I think that was my problem with it. I wasn't really leaving myself room to be me, but I'm getting a lot more comfy behind the mic. I'm getting a lot more comfy just talking and being myself, and I think that's the most important thing. I think I like the videos for what they are. I put a lot of effort into them, but I don't think I enveloped I don't think I included my personality more. You know, I'm an actual person, and I think analyzing stuff doesn't help me capture that. So I kind of want to try and find a good mid area, a good grey area of where I'm actually tackling shit and the themes of the games, because I do like to analyze stuff. That is a big part of me, but at the same time, I don't think it makes for that interesting of a video if I'm just yapping and using all these big words and etc. I don't think it appeals to a wide audience, you know what I mean. But yeah, I just want to play with the content a little bit, switch it up. If you've subscribed for like the breakcore, all that type of shit, you might see it take a bit of a backseat, and if that kind of isolates you, then it is what it is, man. But I don't think that's what I want to continue making for now. So we'll see how it goes. If you're here, I love you. I for real don't expect like one person to be back here. I'm just talking to myself at this point, but as I was saying, it feels good, it feels healthy. I'm all about being the best version of myself, and doing these videos really helps me with that. But that'll be all. Thank you.